Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a great day today. As always, if you're new or returning and you haven't yet already, please be sure you're subscribed to the channel. Give the video a thumbs up if you like the video, or if you have any comments, questions, or concerns, leave them down in the comment section. I am not going to dilly-dally with this. Following that sentiment, I am going to be transparent with you guys. If there's anything overly harsh or rude or really just uncalled for, I will be deleting comments and, if necessary, blocking people from my channel. Another part of transparency, yes, people are already blocked from this whole situation that started back in September of last year. I had intended, after my last video went live, I was not going to address this. I was going to move on, and it is what it is. And in that video, I said, you know, I'm not going to invalidate anyone else's experiences because the opposing creator had not said anything publicly. That creator has decided to provide their side of the story and how they feel, and I'm not going to invalidate that at all. However, what I am going to do is I'm going to provide the receipts that I have to show full context. I'm not saying receipts were faked, but part of the DMs that were left out, I believe, make it seem that I'm engaging in behavior that I actually wasn't engaging in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try my best to put together a good timeline with the receipts that I have, and allow you guys to make your final decisions. If you want to unsubscribe because I'm making this video, I understand. I'm sorry to see you go. If I see you subscribe because of this video, I hope you're not picking sides, to be honest, despite what other people say. That's not my intention. And if you resubscribe, I appreciate that you come back. And we're going to get into it. I do want to apologize in advance. I am not a receipt type video person or creator. I don't know really how to do this. I'm only figuring this out for this video. It may end up choppy. It may end up all over the place and not a good timeline. But I'm going to do my best for you all. My first actual engagement with this creator was in August. To start at the very beginning of where all of this happens or starts to happen, in my opinion, from my experience with receipts, is this. I was in RadiantBritt. I was her moderator. I'm also a creator. I was a creator before I was a moderator. I was in her chats before I was a moderator. And in one of her live streams, a commenter asked, hey, have you guys seen this video by Vic Blanco Prods? It's about BX. It's got some interesting and kind of concerning information. Both of us said no, and it was dropped. I went on to do my own live stream, and it was brought up because it was a shared subscriber. It was brought up on my live stream, and I said, hey, if you guys want me to look into it, I'll look into it. And it seemed that people wanted me to look into it, or at least watch the video. So I did. And that is where this first video comes into play. This first live stream. This was streamed on September 27th. Okay. And clearly, yes, he's in the title. I don't say anything bad. I'm just kind of talking about, in general, the video and, you know, my feelings about it. And then I included other creators that I was also talking about while I got ready for the day. That was on the 27th. I filmed said video, and that was this video. And this is the video that has caused all of the issues, I believe. I may be wrong in that. I think part of it is a misunderstanding. I think I can't speak for the other creator. He provided what he thinks the reason was. I genuinely was just trying to defend a creator that I enjoyed and who was known for calling other people out. He wasn't addressing this. He wasn't calling these people out. So I did. And apparently that was the wrong thing for me to do. But this video was premiered on the 29th of September. So my first stream was on the 27th. My video was on the 29th. And then we're going to get into some stuff. And then I streamed on the 29th. So yes, there are 3 videos. However, they are not in a 24-hour time frame. Or if this creator is just trying to make it seem that I was trying to gain clout, because that seemed to be the census from what I had seen. That wasn't my intention. And if anything, this did not get me clout. I was a commentary channel. I was doing my makeup. Very similar to how I still am doing my content. I don't know. I guess that's their opinion. And if others feel the same, then okay, I'm not going to convince you of otherwise, but that was not my intention. So there's this video. I will go ahead and show my description box. And here is the video that I was debunking my video. And I also link both of his channel. Apparently it is assumed that, or it's thought that I encourage people to go watch the video. I don't recall that. So we're going to watch, you see what I say in reference to the link.
Longer video of mine. I am sorry I have rambled so much. I hope all the points that I was trying to get across made it through. If you have any questions or if you have any opinions about any of this, please leave them down below. If you aren't subscribed to BxBeastboy and you like his content or you don't know who he is, check out his content and go ahead and give him a subscribe. He is a good guy, and it's kind of crappy that things like this happen, and I just don't understand where it comes from. But as always, I will link down the original video that I am referring to. I will also link BxBeastboy's channel. So if you guys want to check either one of them out, you sure can. Please do not provide any hate to anybody. This is just, I'm only leaving it down there for resource purposes if you really are interested in what all this individual had to say in relation to my commentary.
Source purposes, I encourage people to subscribe to BX and not to the other guy, but somehow this video didn't come off to BX as I assumed it would. If he even had, obviously we know he watched it, but at this point in time, I didn't think he would even see this. So that is what I said in this original video. And it may seem ridiculous that I bring this up. And the only reason I am bringing this up is because it will show context here in a little while on, it will show context in how things are kind of being talked about differently now. Now I'm going to kind of skip ahead a little bit, and I'm going to share with you guys a good bit of the full DM conversation with BxBeastboy and myself. And typically, to be quite honest with you guys, people sharing DMs is like a touchy subject for me. Sometimes I understand why it's done, sometimes I don't. Believe it or not, we're going to get to the live stream after we go through some of this, just because I'm trying to show a good timeline here. Backlash for it, I understand where people are coming from. However, I'm being pinned in a place where I don't get the choice. So just so you guys know that this is the legitimate BX, this is the DMs. I have my screen clipped. That way, other people are not blasted who don't want to be included in this, and people who support me. So this is clearly his YouTube, or not his YouTube, his Twitter. And he has unblocked me, but I was blocked at one point. And at the end of these messages, you'll see that I'm restricted in contacting him. Not that I would want to, but he's trying to make it seem like I was never blocked. I'll show you the screenshot. I was blocked. It was right before it was right around the time when he started making his videos coming out about his experience about all this that I found out I wasn't blocked. Not that I'm going to reach out to him because he clearly has asked us not to. But the first time I reached out to BX was on August 4th, and I forgot to show a video. I will go back and show it. I had done a video about him and Katie when all of this stuff happened. Maybe the same day as this or a day or two before. During some of his live streams at the time, he would disclose how he felt that people were making videos about him, making stuff up. And now I know that those videos the comments were geared towards Vic and Zales. But I didn't know. I was new to this YouTube world. I was very naive. So I reached out to him and I was just like trying to be a polite other creator. I wasn't trying to like have this goody two-shoe relationship with him. I was literally just reaching out and saying to him for a statement before I made that said video. I made it because I didn't hear from him. I explained to him how he cleared everything up in his live streams that I watched, because when I wanted to film this video, all the screenshots between them and their DMs hadn't been released yet. And I wanted to get his side, but he ultimately ended up releasing a video either the day I was going to film this or did a live stream where he showed all of the information. So I didn't need a statement anymore. Said, I look up to you. I'm a super small creator. So this was in reference to the first video I made in August about him and Katie. And it was providing a lot of criticism towards Katie in this whole situation. It was not anything bad about BX. He's hardly mentioned. It's just the overarching issue. I was calling out Katie's poor behavior. He tells me he's not offended to leave my video up, and I said I appreciated him reaching out. Terry says, if it's your opinion, stand by it. Those other videos I've made are my opinion and my experience, which is why they're still up, because I stand by that. And I'm technically following advice from a creator I once looked up to. He says he digs what he hears and we move on. Then we come to the day of the video where we just watched the end bit, and I reach out to him because I had this weird stuff going on in my comment section. I wanted to address it. I thought I was doing the right thing by bringing it to the creator and saying, hey, like, I don't know if this person is a mod or not of yours, but if they are, you should be aware that they're kind of talking crap about you. And if they're not, then we have somebody who is talking crap about you and lying about who they are. That is my intention. That was where my thought process was when I reached out to him. Was pretty transparent about what was going on. I told him there was some weird stuff that I would send him screenshots, and he guesses about who it is. I tell him who it actually is. He laughs. I tell him that the conversation is going on, and I specifically say, I'm not trying to be shady, but full transparency, I offered them to reach out to me. As creators, people reach out to us in DMs and stuff all the time. I sent him the screenshots where I offer this, and no email was ever exchanged. My email address was not listed in my description box. I very rarely, even to this day, remember to link my contacts. Yeah, I offered it. It wasn't followed up on. I didn't even give them a resource to be able to fully come through with that. I clearly am like, okay, well, somebody's saying there. So I'm like, what, why, what's going on? And he says that they're not a mod, and I'm just trying to figure out the situation. He tells me it's a troll. And here, clearly, I say that they're stirring stuff up in my comment section because people were defending you. I say that my ass got played. And then here's all of the screenshots of the conversation being had with this individual. I mean, this is the conversation that was had that started everything. This wasn't the end of it, but this was the start of it. So I sent him those. I apologize that I might have sent one more than once because I'm not good at screenshotting. I don't do this kind of stuff. And he says that this person's not a mod, says it's Vic, which how would he know, but okay, or it's someone in his troll. I get agitated and I say, are you effing kidding me? Wow. But I was trying to cancel him. Does this conversation look like I was trying to cancel him? And here we go. See, you gave them what they've been harassing me for months, attention. Even if you disagree, you directed traffic to his video. Now the trolls are using you as an outlet to slander me even more, which I don't see how he came to that conclusion because my video was clearly defending him. And yes, I linked the video, but I did not encourage anyone to watch it. And then he asked if I knew that Vic was tagging larger creators and that he had gotten cussed out. I didn't because I don't know how to work Twitter. I still hardly know how to work Twitter. Here I am saying I'm so sorry, giving him respect, talking poorly about Vic, saying what a loser. And then he says here, linking the video as a source. Was it not in all these live streams that he continues to say that the issue wasn't that I linked the video, but in the DMs, this is clearly the message that I am getting. If you guys see that there was something else that he was providing me criticism about to cause him to be upset with me, let me know. I don't even know where to start with all of these other receipts, to be totally honest with you guys. All right, so here is the rest of the comment section of this video is really what spawned me to go live. It had nothing to do with the DM conversation I had with BX. It had to do with what was going on. Keep in mind, I was a very small creator. I had clearly DM'd with BX. And at this point in time, I was only having like 15 or 20, maybe 25 people in my live streams at a time. They were pretty chill, pretty laid back. I'd never had a larger live stream than that. So I have this comment and I respond to it. Then they respond. Here we have one of BX's moderators who asked them clarifying information, which I don't have an issue with, but I say, if you'd like to reach out to me privately, you can. Also, to everyone asking questions, if this person, please remain respectful in how we talk to one another. I encourage talking and providing both sides, but we don't have to bombard one person, because that was what was happening. That moderator kind of asking a lot of questions, as well as another moderator, which this was their comment, which I don't have an issue with them defending their creator that they enjoy, but I had asked them not to continue to berate this person because they left a comment on a public platform. Whether this person was lying or not, I don't feel, and to this day, I don't feel it's necessarily appropriate after the creator of the channel asks you to stop engaging negatively to continue to do so. This was the first time I've had this kind of experience. So did I probably handle it not in the best way? I would probably agree with that. I didn't. However, I will maintain and continue to say your moderators represent you on other channels if they're known to be your moderators. I was actively in his chats, actively, sending him super chats occasionally. I was a member of his channel. So I knew who his moderators were, and I was shocked that I had asked them to stop engaging, and I had told them that I had already DM'd BX and I was already aware that this person was probably a troll, but I didn't want them to continue. So from that, it made me probably more upset than it should have. I decided that I wanted to go live to have a conversation with my subscribers because I had ultimately deleted all of those comments. I had deleted I hid the person who was being told to me that they were a troll. I hid that person. They're still blocked on my channel to this day. I'm not going to lie about that, as well as a lot of these other people. this is my channel, I felt that they were all disrespecting me and my wishes to stop engaging in this conversation. So I blocked the original poster, which deleted all of the messages underneath. And I wanted to address it with my subscribers and say, listen, I'm sorry. I told you guys I wouldn't delete stuff, but something happened and I didn't appreciate how I was being ignored. And I didn't even title this live stream anything. I titled it, "Let's Get This Over With," because that's honestly how I felt. There was no description, no tagging of him, no nothing, because it wasn't even my intention going into this live stream to address people or things. It was clearly, for me, it was just to say, hey guys, I'm sorry, like I'm having to change the process of how I'm operating my channel. After an incident that happened on my recent video, I'm going to be deleting comments, and if necessary, I'm going to be blocking people. That is how this live stream even starts. If you're interested in that, you can go watch it for yourself. I will link it down below. But that's how that's why I did this live stream. Then some of the moderators of this other channel came in. Prior to them coming in, what had happened was I was telling people about how people in I was being very vague about what video, who it was, what it was about, but that things had happened and I was changing how I was doing my content because I didn't want to stir the pot. I didn't want to cause an issue because I am still super confused that at this point was really unaware that BX had an issue with me, aside from linking the video, which to me was as a source, and I did not encourage people to watch the video. You can clearly see that in how I addressed it, in my opinion. I'm talking about it and people are asking me for clarification, that they want to know more information. They want me to say what's going on. So I figured I didn't do anything wrong was my impression. I really didn't think, and I still stand by that video, that I didn't do anything wrong. I said some moderators of another person's channel kind of ignored what I was asking them in the comment section. And in my opinion, were not handling themselves how I wanted them to, since it's my channel and I was asking them not to do these things and they were engaging in them anyway. And this individual, one of them, comments and outs themselves, in my opinion, and disagrees with me that they weren't being mean, that they weren't, ignoring what I had asked. And I start addressing that person. Not but a few seconds or minutes later, several people come into my live stream, more than what I am typically used to having. And I feel like I'm being put on the spot, and I was not anticipating what had happened to happen. This is a live stream. You guys have seen clips and bits about this live stream and things that were said in this live stream by the creator. And I'm not saying that their intentions and what they're saying weren't how they felt and what their intent was, but on the receiving end, I was already frustrated, and I'm not providing an excuse, because what ultimately happens in this live stream, I don't know if in the replay, if I let this load, if in the full replay, it's even going to show his messages, because I have since blocked him. I'm not going to lie. Although the parts that are being clipped and put out, you're missing the parts where I'm explaining my perspective and where I see the perceived issue was the link of the video. And we're having a conversation between him and I about the link of the video. And even though current day he says that wasn't the issue, that was the only thing he was harping on in my comment section. And there were people who were saying, she's going to make it seem like you're bullying her. She's going to, things like this, because I did get frustrated and I cried. And I say, no, I'm not saying that. I'm just frustrated, so I'm crying. I'm crying because I'm frustrated. I vocalized that. And yes, my neck is red because I itched it. I vocalized that I was crying, and it wasn't because I felt that I was bullied. It was because I felt I wasn't being heard. At some point, BX also in the messages says, I'll leak the DMs if I have to. I don't know if he meant that in a taunting manner or not, but I took that as he wanted the DMs to be shown. So I show my screen of my phone and scroll through our conversation. In addition, I was not intending on crying. I know that there's questions about my tears being fake or real. I think it's pretty clear that they were real. You see that I'm fighting, getting upset, but I still get upset. I try for a while to not cry, and I just get so overwhelmed and frustrated that I end up crying. If you want to believe that those are fake, I would love to meet anybody who's not an actress who can cry for like an hour straight, fake tears. This is a really embarrassing video. I hate that this is up. And I leave it up so people can have full context. And I said it in the last video I ever made. I said it, that I was going to leave everything up despite other people telling me not to. So I do want to say that I know BX says that I got aggressive, and I did. You can watch us back. I'm not trying to hide it. I did get aggressive because I was irritated, but I'm acknowledging he is correct. I did get aggressive. I got loud and I cursed. However, I don't think it's very fair to judge somebody and like try and damn somebody for cursing when there's clearly cursing in your old content and in some of your current content at times. In no way during this live stream did I ever indicate I was being bullied. Did I ever indicate that he was anything derogatory? At the end of this, I actually encourage people to not let what had just happened sway their support from him, and not to worry about me being upset that I had clearly only cried because I was frustrated. This is so about 20 minutes in. For anybody who wants to just see the live stream go downhill, and unfortunately we can't see how many people are in the live stream at the time and how many come in unless you screen recorded this, and I don't know if anybody did at this time. So I don't know if his comments are going to be seen, and it doesn't look they are because people are adding him, see him posting. So unless he just hasn't actually come into the chat yet. Here's a comment from somebody saying, here's another person, she is new to this, tell your subscribers to give her some time. People saying just remove the link because that's clearly what he was saying was the issue. I wish we could see his messages. I don't know. Other people who are blocked on my channel, you can still see their messages coming through, but we can't see his. I don't know why that is. I know myself to know at this point I'm trying to not get upset. Like you can see my eyes drop. You can see I'm trying to like calm down. I'm trying my best to like take a deep breath and see. Here is when it's very okay. So it wasn't an hour. 36 minutes is where I start to get upset. There's people in the comments saying you're twisting shit like crazy, BX, and you can't see his comments for whatever reason. I don't know if it's because I have him blocked. I don't know if it's because maybe he has blocked me in return. I'm not sure what it is, but you can see just from watching me watching the chat the last 10 minutes that this has been going on, that people, and these aren't even people that, some of them are like subscribers of mine who comment on my channel still. Some aren't. Here we have the mod saying that BX is giving me what I wanted, which I didn't want this. It's very clear what on my face right there says that I wanted this. During this whole time I'm upset, I am addressing BX. This is when he was telling me he was going to leak the DMs. So here I very clearly show my screen and go through the whole DM conversation. But is it not continued to current time that I never showed receipts? Because I showed the DM conversation, and still to this day it's being cropped and only parts are being shown, not really showing that I took accountability in the fact that I maybe had messed up. Current day, do I think I messed up? No, I don't. Here we have an individual literally saying, what would Britt think of her mod being such a bully? So apparently me crying and getting upset is me being a bully, when clearly I am being pushed to do things I wouldn't typically do. I wouldn't typically show my phone on screen like that. I wouldn't typically get emotional. I would typically just walk away. And although I would have loved to do that, I'm sure if I had, I would have been labeled the next Katie Joy. But I mean, look at what good that's done me. I'm currently being labeled Katie Joy Jr. People can figure out who I am if they want. If they don't want, they aren't. And it is what it is. But during this whole time, when all of this is going on, you can watch this back if you want. RadiantBritt doesn't say anything until the end when I am still upset, and she asks me to, I'm trying to find it, where she tells me to get off and to DM her. Here we have it already being twisted. In September, someone, I don't know if it was him or someone else, said that we were calling them evil, because there's 2 comments here saying no one ever said evil, you're creating your own narrative. I never said a negative thing about him. I was trying to talk with him and figure this out, and I got upset because it was all about the link. Here, RadiantBritt is. She just gets back and she says, I just got back. Why is Amanda crying? And I guess she listens to what was being said for a minute, or maybe people address her, and she just says, she just tells me to shut it down. That's all she says. And somehow that was her co-signing my video that she didn't even know about until it posted. I'm sorry I couldn't provide more receipts of what was being said. From there, we have BX immediately went into his own live stream. And I thought to screen record some of it. I'm going to play through the bits that I think for you guys to hear when you relate it or reflect it to what he is currently saying, or what he has said, that the link wasn't the issue currently and things like that. I didn't record the whole things because I didn't realize content would be swiped, but he's a creator. He has that right to make that decision. I'm not judging him on that. Whatever suits his fancy, or any creator's fancy. So let's play this.
I'm gonna give them more respect than they gave me, I think. So I'll pray for her. Why not? Mysterious T has a lot of integrity. Because that's what he begged content creators to do for a week. I don't like getting emotional, and I don't even want to make it seem like, hey, everyone's attacking me. Nah, it's just that I feel like everyone is attacking. I really feel like everyone's attacking me in chess mode. Like, even when they're not attacking me, I feel like they're doing certain things that is attacking me. You can't say that you defended me and you're not against me, and you don't want to want this person that's doing all these nasty things to me to shine, but then link them in a video. And then when I tell you that there's a problem with you listing or linking a fake source as a source, you tell me that you want to take the link out, but you want to put the distancing myself, man. People are real nasty. Real nasty. I wouldn't even mask for.
And I skipped around, but you heard that the problem was that I linked the video. And BX has an issue with the video at hand, and I can see why. However, don't diminish, like I said, in relation to him, and I continue to say, I'm not going to invalidate his experience. Who is he to diminish someone else's experience and someone else's content? That's not, in my opinion, that is not what people with integrity do. But my integrity is being questioned because, in my opinion, I did the right thing by linking my source of where I got the information. And I again, during that whole video, go watch it if you want. If you haven't seen it or if you don't remember, go watch it and see. It was nothing but defending him and like calling out where I saw errors with what this guy said, and provided just a little bit, ever so slight amount of criticism to BX. But let's continue. There's a couple of others after this one as well. We have this one. It's the same one. Maybe these are all just the same clip I have.
Nasty things to me to shine, but then link them in the video. And then when I tell you that there's a problem with you listing or linking a fake source as a source, you tell me that you want to take the link out, but you want to put the name in so they can search it. You say that in a smart way, and we supposed to believe that your cries are real. It's just, it makes me feel uncomfortable. I'm not even going to say that you're a liar. It just makes me feel uncomfortable. And I'm distancing myself.
He's insinuating that I'm a liar, and again, that I faked the tears. You can watch that back if you still think I faked the tears. Clearly, 4 months later, he still thinks that I faked that. I wish I was that good of an actress, because I would use that more often. I don't know how to make myself cry on command or cry for almost 50 minutes on and off straight. But okay. How am I a liar though? Because I was trying to come to a resolution with you over the link, but current day you say the link wasn't even the issue. So I'm confused.
That's all. I have no beef with anybody. I'm just distancing myself, man. People are real nasty.
I guess nowadays that has changed, which again, he can provide his experience. I am not surprised that he did. I'm surprised he waited so long, but he's just as justified in providing his experience as we are, just as I am just as justified in providing this video as he is to his videos or any response video he makes after this.
Like telling people to go to it, to watch it, to hear these nasty things being said about me. So if someone does a commentary video about you and they're saying a bunch of lies and filthy stuff, how would you feel if BxBeastboy did a video saying, hey, everybody, this stuff is lies, but you should go watch it right now. Yeah, get them views up.
He's not against cancel culture, but he just insinuated to the 35 people watching his live stream and anybody who watched it on replay for like the next day to go mass flag another creator. That is against TOS. Whether he believes that what that video had in it or not was against TOS, him inciting his audience to mass flag is against TOS and is absolutely what cancel culture is. Mr. Creator who says I'm the troll, someone who says that they are all against cancel culture, that they're all against bullying, and yet all I have shown in the receipts that I have, which I have not shown all of them, indicate that he is fooling everybody. And he deletes all of this stuff that shows these patterns of behavior. Because although I am only talking about my stuff and showing my receipts, there are two people which he refuses to address. And when he does address them, just like when he addresses me, we're trolls. We're really speaking the truth, and that scares him. So he's trying to convince his audience that we're trolls, because I'm not lying. I have no reason to lie. In my opinion, he does have a reason to lie, because this is his full-time job. This is how he pays his bills. This is how he creates his content. If people saw him for who he is, he might lose people. He might not, because people are attracted to all kinds of stuff. People subscribe to what they like. That's why I don't feel that this video is going to change the amount of subscribers he has or not. People are not going to believe me, but I'm not doing this for clout. I'm doing this to clear my name and to show the full picture of where I sit. I understand he says he has more receipts. He might show them, he might not. He said he wasn't going to respond to me or talk about me, probably because I have a smaller platform than Britt, but to each his own. If he does want to come out with more receipts, if he does want to continue to crop stuff and make it look a certain way, then that's his prerogative. But this is the last time I'm addressing this. Okay, so this was another thing I wanted to address. I don't have a screenshot previous to this one about my analytics. I didn't even really know what Discord was. I still hardly have an understanding of it, but I took this screenshot because I knew at one point this may become relevant, but he has a Discord. My previous 0 for external sources, Discord wasn't even a list on here. And here it jumps up to 33% because I do have screenshots and receipts of his Discord to come watch my videos. Another receipt is this one of the individuals kind of starting stuff is going to other channels and saying that I didn't fare well sharing the link. So you guys can take that with it what you will. Here is a screenshot of him losing. He deleted the live streams and he lost 10 subscribers. And then here on October 3rd, he gained the 10 back. But he's making it seem like, okay, so here are some of the screenshots from the Discord. And then we're going to go forward because this was on September 29th. He shared this to his Discord. That's what this is a receipt of. Yes, this is someone else's live stream. I will link their video their channel down below. This is Vic Blanco Prods. He discusses a lot about BX and his behaviors that he has documented. He shows receipts for that. And Zales also is included in this live stream, and he has his own set of experiences. And if you guys want to, you can go watch their videos. I would encourage you, and I'm saying that knowing I'm going to get backlash, I would absolutely encourage you guys, if these receipts make you question the behaviors of this individual, watch their videos, see if any information that you see there provides more insight. Vic did interview one of his more recent ex-moderators, which I have confirmed of who it is. I'm not going to say who, because it's clear if you listen to that interview, it's in the last live stream he did about this stuff. She is scared. So, but here it is. And down here, he says, anyone mentioning Amanda's name on the channel is used to paint us in a negative light, is trying to troll us, to engage, to fuel views to Amanda's video. I mean, that's participating in cancel culture in and of itself, to be telling other people to block and delete people and just assuming they're a troll because they watch another channel. I understand if you don't want other creators to be promoted, but to tell people to, like, your moderators to be looking out for it and to delete them and just automatically assume that they're a troll, I think is a little bit out of left field. Personally, people still mention his name on my channel and I never say anything bad about him. Okay, so here we are back at my channel. Okay, so we've discussed these two videos. I said I'd go back and show you guys the other video right here. This was the first video I ever filmed about him, and this was August 5th. So I had DM'd him on August 4th to try and get a statement. He didn't answer until the 11th. I had already put the video out. All right, then we get to these two, which was the original video where the link was the issue, even though current day it's being said it wasn't the issue. The live stream where I fake cry. And then we have this video, which was filmed on October 17th. A lot of questions around this video. And Britt kind of talked about it in a video she did addressing some of the things BX has been saying about her and myself recently. Britt and I talk. We're very open about our friendship with our subscribers, and we DM and text almost daily. Has BX been a part of our conversation before? When all of this was happening, yes, he was. You know, I kind of got over it. I'm an adult. I got over it. We would talk about things here and there that we would see about YouTube in general. But that wasn't a big part of our conversations. It's still not a big part of our conversations. Obviously, there had to have been some kind of conversation had between us to do this collab video. People aren't going to like what I have to say about this, and that's fine. I understand where people are saying that it appears that we were conspiring, but that really wasn't our intentions. I wanted to make a video, but I was scared to make a video because I was scared of getting backlash again, because I had already gotten backlash from a video I made defending him. But because I saw how he actually treated me during that live stream and how he blocked me afterwards, which I'm going to find the screenshot and show you guys, and was saying all of these terrible things in the live streams, which I don't have access to other than the few little clips I showed earlier, I thought of him differently. I didn't publicly share that I thought of him differently. I didn't publicly share I wasn't supporting him anymore. I didn't say anything like that, because I wasn't trying to cancel him. I wasn't trying to siphon subscribers off of him. That was not my intention. So when I saw all of this stuff going on and people constantly DMing me their concerns and situations that they've had, and when I was getting comments, which you can go look through any of these videos and see the comments I'm talking about, where they're saying that he did something nasty to them. I don't use that ironically, but that, you know, he treated them poorly, or they felt bullied by him, or something like that. My channel, whether anybody watching this wants to believe it or not, is a commentary channel, but I also try my best to provide advocacy to a lot of different scenarios. I understand people are not always vocal about the advocacy that they do, and that's fine. If you're an advocate in private, that's totally fine. I want to use my platform to have advocacy. That's why I started this platform to begin with. And I've talked about that with people who have ever been on my channel before, know that. So I wanted to kind of just put my experience out there, so if people were feeling some type of way, they would understand that they weren't the only one who experienced something. Britt and I talked about it, and because she knew I was scared to do my own video, and she had seen some things, and she had her own conversation with BX that is hers to tell and hers to show if she wants to, it definitely opened her eyes as well. She said that she kind of wanted to get her point out there so people would stop asking, because we were doing live streams and he was often brought up, and we just kind of wanted to be able to put our stories out there and move past it and not have to address it moving forward. So that's why we created the videos. It wasn't to cancel him. It was really just to get our experiences out there. If people were interested, they could listen. I clearly state multiple times in that video that I wasn't trying to invalidate him. That was the intention for this video. I can see in hindsight where, looking back, people can see it as, well, we talked together to bring him down because both videos were not of good experiences with him. I can see that, and I can take that criticism and make sure moving forward, like currently, I'm willing to just take any backlash that I get on my own. I could have been an adult and I could have just filmed my own video and not included anybody else in this. And then here, right after that, I did a live stream, the last place, and it was clear that this was going to be the last time I was going to talk about this creator and the situation, was the live stream right after that, which was on October 18th. I did a live stream and I allowed people to ask me questions. I said my piece in this video. I think I did say that, you know, in hindsight, I think I did get bullied and that he was a bully. And I will say that in this scenario, with all of that happening, I did feel like I was bullied. Currently, what has been happening, he's providing his experience, but he's also cropping messages to make it seem a way that it's not, which in my opinion is bullying. He's also saying now that it wasn't an issue that I linked the video. That wasn't how this all started, when clearly that is what he had said several months ago. So I don't know if his opinion has changed, which if it has, like, okay, we're people, our opinions and ideas, and, you know, as we think back on a situation, our perception may change, as mine has, as I can acknowledge where I probably could have done things differently. I still will say that I think during all of this, if you watch everything with an open mind, you go back to the beginning, and I know it's a lot of time and I'm not expecting people to do this, but if you want the full picture, if you're still on the fence and you want the full picture, you have at least my side. It's not my fault he deleted some of his videos. So then I did this live stream and I addressed a lot of questions and stuff. In this live stream, Zales was there. Zales had emailed me between the time I had done my original live stream where I cried to the time this video, I did this live stream. He did DM me and ask if he could email me some screenshots, and I said yes. So he did. He emailed me some of the screenshots he had. And if you're interested in that, you can go watch Zales' video. I'm not including anybody else. I'm just providing context, because moving forward, if I don't address this now, I feel like it's going to be manipulated in a way that wouldn't be truthful. So I did get some emails, and he asked if he could share his Google Drive link. I had not had access to the Google Drive link until it was put in the chat, and even then I was in a live stream, so I did not access this live link. I moderated him for the ability to drop the link and then immediately unmoderated him. I know that that can be insinuated as I perpetuated some false information because I allowed someone to put a Google. I can agree with that. I should have known what was in the link before I allowed it to be shared. I didn't know what was all contained in that link, and that is my bad. That is my bad. Do some of Zales' receipts, are they reaching? Yes. Can I see where he maybe is coming to those conclusions? Again, I can, but it's not solid evidence. And that's why I've never wholeheartedly said at any point that I think BX did anything illegal. Never have I once called him a criminal. Never have I once alluded to him being a criminal. I wouldn't do that. From this live stream, I said I was done. I wasn't addressing him again. I didn't want to talk about it anymore. This was it. I haven't talked about this situation since. Now, have I been talking about other drama scenarios and people finding themselves in drama? And I will relate to, say, when I was involved in my own drama, which if you don't know about, it's no big deal. And, you know, related to whatever commentary I was providing. That's all I have done. I haven't continued to talk about him or to try and make him seem like a bad person, because I don't know. Although my experience with him wasn't the best, like, I'm not trying to make anyone seem like a bad guy, but I am not going to allow people to lie about me. I'm not going to allow myself to be bullied. And I said it. And if you want to hold it over my head, fine. But think about what has all been said about RadiantBritt and myself. Think about when RadiantBritt did try to defend herself, what happened? Although she knew it was going to happen, because it was said, if a video comes out, I'm going to continue. This video is about showing receipts and letting you guys see what it is that I experienced and the full context of everything. Now, I'm pretty sure I showed the entire conversation that I had with him, but I accidentally exited out of it. Here we go. So current day, he says I'm not blocked. I don't know if he ever acknowledges that I was blocked at some point in time, but this is on iCloud. You guys can clearly see that. I took this screenshot on December 11th. I had been blocked this whole time. And clearly, I still can't DM him, which is fine. I don't want to DM him, and I'm sure he doesn't want to hear from me, and he doesn't want to DM me because he's not blocked. Nobody's blocked on my Twitter. I have no one blocked. Take that what you will with it. Okay, guys. So I have talked about in this video that I was going to show all of the receipts and show DMs that I had gotten and emails that I had gotten and even comments that I've gotten of people's own experience. And after thinking about it, I don't think I'm going to include that in this video. I want this to be a timeline and just my experience. I don't want to risk sharing anybody's information, or even if I block it out, some of their context to what they say, maybe providing anyone who was around when they were around, knowing who they are, to maybe bother them. I'm hoping people aren't that petty and aren't going to go to that length. But it's been on both mine and Britt's comment sections on these videos that they have been targeted since he showed some of his receipts. There is a Twitter person. Her name is Sue M. She's in the community a lot. And he showed her information and misled it to where she created her own YouTube channel just to correct what was being said. So that goes to show that there's a couple of things that are being misled by this creator, even when it comes to people purely leaving a comment on a video. I know Britt and myself have also both gotten people whose comments were shown in that video and who maybe had been in the comment sections to get messages on their other social medias and feeling that they have to go private because they've gotten messages. These are just subscribers. And I don't feel that it's really appropriate to maybe put somebody out on the internet who is just a subscriber at risk, knowing that these things have been going on. So I am not going to do that in this video. If it's something that is detrimental to be shared, I will think about it and I will address it with those people. But for this particular video, I am not going to include that. So I'm not trying to make excuses. I'm sure people who aren't really wanting to hear my side or see this information is willing to even care. And honestly, I feel a double-edged sword that if I don't show the people's names and faces, people will insinuate that I faked the DMs. And I'm just not willing to put other innocent subscribers at risk. And I'm not going to take backlash of more people saying that I faked stuff when I didn't, and I haven't. So with all of that being said, this is the conclusion of this video. I hope you guys have made it this far. I genuinely hope you guys take away this video with what I intended, and that is just for you guys to have a full picture of all of the receipts without it being cropped, showing that some information that's being told to you is being told to you in a way to make you believe things that aren't happening. I'm not saying BX has lied about me. I'm not saying he has faked anything. What I am saying is he very particularly selected what information he wanted or what receipts he wanted to show you guys, and then continue to say that if we don't come with receipts, it doesn't mean anything. I don't think that that's fair. Some creators, like myself, don't do well with these type of receipts videos. We don't know how to, and I'm sure this is going to be a jumbled mess because I don't, and I'm figuring it out just to make sure that people have the full story. I promise you, if you're a subscriber of mine, if you leave, I understand. I wish you all the best. For anyone who was confused and maybe has questions, I hope that this clarified anything. For anyone who maybe is afraid to publicly support me, I understand. I have had the conversation with a couple of creators to not talk about me and to not put themselves at risk because I don't want people to get hurt. I don't want people to get involved with this that doesn't have to. I feel like this is going to incite maybe a few more videos from him targeted at me now. And I'm okay with that. Me filming this video, editing it, and uploading it, I know that I am poking the bear. I don't want to. But I also don't want there to be false or misleading information out there about me or about how I handled a commentary video. And I kind of feel that that's what has happened over the last few weeks. And again, I'm not going to provide a litany of excuses as to why I didn't film this video sooner, but it's here now. I hope you guys are able to take away whatever you want. If you're not willing to listen or see everything for what it is, that's okay too. I'm not holding anything against anyone. I'm not trying to make people pick sides. I just want people to have the full picture. And if they feel they have to make a choice, they can make a choice with what they have seen between all creators. So with that being said, I hope you guys all have a good day, evening, or night, wherever you are. Until next time, guys. Bye.